So for some of the hardcore players, you understand what's going on on your like monitor. You understand what's going on the screen. But someone who's just joined and who's just watching the game, they kind of don't understand. And we started to look into ways how we tell this story properly, how we can combine the player with a champion, with the player, how we combine the world with the real world. He was like pioneer of entire like augmented reality, virtual reality on the national Ukrainian TV, and I think he's one of the first who brings this technology to Ukraine at all.
Welcome to the CG Pro podcast. This is episode 96, and our special guest for today is Max Bilonogov from WePlay. If you enjoyed today, you can find us at becomecgpro.com. Sign up for our newsletter and you'll get announcements for all of the events that we do, including the podcast, the live show, and all of our webinars. Speaking of which, we have a webinar coming up on the 24th of March at 12:30 Pacific time, which is about AI for filmmakers. And if you want to come and get a free lesson on CG Pro, the training company, come and join us then. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome our special guest for today, who is a good friend, and it is Max Bilonogov. Max, welcome.
Hi.
Max is executive producer and chief visionary officer at WePlay, which is a next generation media company, and we're going to dig into what that means in the next hour. Max, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
You bet. Yeah, thanks for being here. So we met in the early days of you guys being in LA, and you came to CG Pro, and it's been a pleasure getting to know you ever since. And really cool seeing what you guys built in that moment, which was very quickly at the beginning of being in LA, and what you transformed that into going over to Inglewood. And I'm really looking forward to talking about that a little bit more. Just take us through a little brief history of you. How did you get here? What things inspired you or kind of came into your world to take you on the path that you're on right now?
Well, it's a long journey.
Sure, yeah.
It's a long journey. You're asking about me as a myself, or about the journey of the company of the
You,
WePlay itself? Oh, me
just you,
personally.
yeah. What was
Oh
there
yeah,
any kind of
okay.
like childhood inspirations that made you
Well, yeah.
understand what you wanted to do for a living? And
I just grew up in the family of the. My mom was opera singer. I grew up like starting from 3 years old, in the like bohemian environment with a lot of like concerts, a lot of events, a lot of TV shows. I started to be part of the TV shows like from the year of 3 or 4. So I kind of cannot. This is in my DNA, like from the beginning. Then when I was 6, I started learning how to play piano. And then I started singing, and I finished piano school 10 years. So I have a degree as a piano player. And then, yeah, during the childhood and during to be in the school, took part on the different TV shows, of the different filmings, etc., etc. So I kind of saw the industry from the inside. Then, when I was 16, I joined to our National Theatre, Cinema and Television University in Kiev. It's kind of alma mater. And I have two master degree, first as a theater director, second as a filmmaker. I spent like 11 years studying in that university. At the same time working on the national TV. At the same time, already I joined WePlay, and we started building media portion of the WePlay at that time. So yeah, kind of my entire life was around events, TV, movies. So this is kind of part of my entire life.
amazing. Well, no, sort of hearing all of that, no surprise that you've ended up with the incredible combination of things that you guys do at WePlay. What was it like growing up in the Ukraine?
For the WePlay,
No, for you.
uh, okay. So I mean, um, It's now interesting to realize, and understand how the industry and how the people become into the industry. And if you can go to the music, to the music side. So mostly, as we heard, and we are working with Rans a lot. So there are here most going through the church music, and then becoming the musician. In Ukraine, it's mostly coming from the music school. Then you're going to the college, or you're going to the university, specific university, and then you're going to the highest level. You're graduating, and you're becoming either singer, either musician. So the paths are different. And yeah, I mean, I like the art overall because it's kind of international language, and you kind of don't care where you're doing. If the story from the ancient times, if the story is right and understandable, it will be understandable in the entire world. We just have a lot of different tools how to deliver the story, either it movie, either it play, either it whatever.
Yeah, that's a beautiful way to put it, and a question that comes up a lot around art and what is art? What is this thing that we talk about as being art? What is it in your opinion?
I mean, I think art can be anything, in actually any industry, um, not only in creative, whatever. You can create something that is outstanding, that is talently done, and that is giving or getting some attention from the audience. So this can be art. And I think that's a really important part, that the art should deliver some kind of the message that you are staying behind and you are believing in this message. That's for me, yeah, this is art.
That's amazing. I love hearing it. It caught my attention because in talking about it myself and having conversations around it, there's been a lot of discussion around it, especially at the moment, and how people invest in it and how much they value it and how much people value it across different cultures and the way that they do. And it feels to me it's like a kind of communication that we do with each other, how we pass down information between generations, or how we, as you put it really well, how do we communicate across different cultures where we might have different languages, but it becomes a sort of universal, almost more beautiful language that we can speak together in.
For
Yeah,
sure, for sure.
yeah, it's really cool to hear you describe it in that way. Not that many people get there with art in terms of talking about it as a language or as a way of communicating, but it's a more beautiful way than through texts or textbooks or those or academic exploration. But so amazing excuse me live broadcast. I'm still getting over something. So I'm gonna keep drinking. Thank you. Pass it through the camera.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take little sips of water throughout. Amazing background that you had, a very artistic background, and a lot of academia as well. Lots of education. So how has it been for you, kind of then transitioning or adopting the business side of things and moving into the executive zone in the position that you're in now?
Oh, it was long journey with WePlay as well. So during, when you are studying in school, my schedule was insane. So you're studying, then music, sports. So I didn't have time for nothing, entire days. And then when you have high school, I want to do something for myself. So I found for myself the games. Gaming became really big part of my world, and I'm playing a lot of different games. I really love this. I played from the childhood, but didn't have much time, and I started spending much time in the high school. And yeah, this was kind of my passion. And then after the first degree, I started working on the national TV on some celebrity projects, and it's kind of was organic and natural for me. And then one of the projects was already finished and closed, and I'm like, okay, let's find something else. Start browsing, and it was like holiday, I think holiday Christmas around. So I started playing game again because during the work and during the my university studying, I didn't have time to play. So I started playing again, fall in love again into the gaming, and started playing, and met one guy inside the game. We started discussing. I thought that he's from the Europe or from the Brazil because it was like worldwide servers. We started speaking on English language, and like 2 months later, we understand that we're from one city. And I'm like, okay, and I'm just asking him for fun, hey, do you need director there? And he'll come to this area. And I came to WePlay. That was kind of my journey through the game. Come to WePlay. At that time, WePlay was esport. It's still kind of esport company. They made a lot of tournament. They have different teams. They managed a lot of streamers, etc., etc. So I joined as a part to start developing the media portion, and I came as a director. So we started looking, hey, how we can not only do sport, how we can show sport, what we can show to the audience, and of course, all of my like theater background, film background, and TV background, I kind of saw what we can develop and what we can bring from more traditional TV and traditional film into the esport, and kind of make it more, I can't say professional, but next level production inside it, because the industry was only growing. It was like 2014, 15. So yeah, it was already big tournament organizers, but all tournaments kind of was the same level and the same kind of way of the production was done. And we just started experimenting, doing all of that stuff. We built the studio in Kiev. Then we started doing our own IP a lot. Like we already made a lot, but we started making them as a production level. And we called this kind of esportainment, when we combined esport and entertainment, and to start doing shows from each tournament. So the vision was to tell the story of the tournament like a movie. You have your own theme, you have your own wardrobe, you have your own dedicated content plan for the audience, for the talents. You have your own set building for each of the tournament. So the viewer, he's not remembering, oh, this team won this tournament, or some highlights from the game, or maybe some emotion of the winner or loser, but they remembering the face of the tournament. Oh, it was like pajamas, or it was like Wild Wild West team. And in that way, we started building this. We made a couple world championship bring to Ukraine, specifically for the Dota 2, Dota 2 minor, and Dota 2 major. And it was right during the COVID. It was our last huge tournament before the war started. And this is an event where we're like shortlisted for the Emmy Awards that year. And yeah, so we started doing this, and then I received call from the esport guys in our department and the guys from Dubai. They wanted us to create the event there in 27 days. So we just fly in there, bring our equipment. Part of the team was in Ukraine, part of the team was in Dubai, and the war started. And
Wow.
we have to execute the event, and we have to understand what is going on, what we're gonna do next. Our our dream was to move to US, and our founder, our partners, they thought about this. They started doing some preparation. My personally, I'm telling honestly, I didn't believe in this too much. But if like we are very like kind of family style company, and we are trusting each other. So that was the way, okay, like we have to fully push all of our forces trying to make US successful. So yeah,
And
and it was a decision.
it sounded like you were already making some explorations. The company was to the US, but take me back to that moment when you were in Dubai and you suddenly found out that the war started in your country. Take me back to that moment. How did that feel?
Uh, First of all, you are not able to believe that this is possible in the like 21st century, you know. Uh, you just literally can't believe because you're just waking up, you're taking your phones, and you're started like calling and browsing all of the news, what is going on, and you're just not believing in this at all. Then you're realizing, okay, you still have like 2 days till event. So I received call from our like founder CEO, and he was in Kiev at that time, and he told, hey, like that he will take care of the Kiev part. Like instead of 75 people, we had on site only 19. And he told, hey, Max, like deliver the event no matter what. We have to deliver in front of the client, and like let's figure out. So our like CG team, they made the graphics in the bomb shelters. They go out and upload it and go back. Our part of the team started already moving. Our guys like support, like they're just remotely still trying to deliver the event. I personally sat as a technical director to push to the bottoms. Our chief marketing officer, she was end replay operator and title operator. So we just starting um, I just received task, hey, deliver an event no matter what. Everyone's sitting, browsing the news, calling their friends, understanding what's going on, calling the families. But at the same time, you have to do the work. So it's kind of, now when I'm telling this second time, you know, it's kind of madness. But at that time, it was okay. This is task for work. This is task for the work. This is task for work. This is task for the work. You
Yeah.
know, like to check to do all of that thing. So it was kind of insane. We had a lot of kind of complicated situation there because we had two Russian teams that was part of that tournament. So it was like another story. I don't want to highlight it much, but it was a lot of different things there as well. But yeah, we delivered the project. I think kind of no one believes that it will go so long. Uh, we we all hope that like okay, it's a couple weeks, up to months that it will finish, and like we will figure out, and everyone will figure out because like I said, oh, how it can be in 21st century that one country just invading another country. So and yeah, it was insane. Then we saw that it wasn't any huge reaction from the, I mean, from the partners at the beginning because all of other Western countries gave us like 3 days till Kiev will be occupied and like Zelensky will be killed and etc. etc. But then like after 3 days, after 5 days, after 7 days, and still from 2022 to 2026, still fighting, and we'll see it's kind of domino effect. Yeah, you saw what happened there, even from 2014 once the Crimea was occupied, and now you see what is going on literally kind of everywhere in the world. So let's come back to WePlay. We're not about wars and just, but you cannot take it out from our story.
No, it's a
So
really important part of what brought
yeah.
you here. And I'm curious just for a second to ask you how, under that much pressure, because you're under a lot of pressure already to deliver in that kind of environment in a different country, a big event. How do you cope personally with pressure, and especially if you add on something like that, where you have to kind of compartmentalize bits of yourself to one thing and a lot of yourself to where you are. How do you deal with that kind of pressure?
I think in my case, that's more about block emotions, kind of block emotions at all, and execute. So, and execute as fast as much as you can. Like if someone like, and we are covering each one backs. So if I see like someone really getting emotion, and we had really like bad and like but family situations, what part of the employees, and okay, like you can go like take full of the emotions, like we'll cover your back. So as much as you can, just execute, just block the emotion and keep going, keep going, keep moving non-stop, non-stop. I know that like, this emotional thing can like behind you and maybe they will follow you and maybe as a wave. But if you're running fast, they will not like chasing you, but they will not, you should be faster,
Right.
just the emotional wave behind. And yeah, we just execute this event in Dubai and we stayed there for additional, I think, couple weeks or months even to decide with the team, with everyone, either it will finish, either we're going back, what we're gonna do. Part of the team came back to Ukraine to defend the country. We also worked on on another event. It was like World Horse Championship in Dubai. We made some augmented reality stuff. We bring part of the team to Europe for I think months or couple months. And we started doing the visas to United States. And part of the team who already had visas, like O1s, we just came here and we just decided to rush opening as soon as we can. So we had office in Playa Vista. It was a body shop for Ford.
Hmm.
So we fully rebuild it. We bring equipment from Dubai. We buy some equipment here, and we build our studio in Playa. And then we made O1 with us for our guys, 102, and bring them to US as well, and started operating.
How long did it take you to build that facility in Playa?
Like I think half a year. Our first broadcast was in June, if I'm not wrong, 2020. It was announcing our partnership with OTK, One True King guys, who is like influencer marketing company here, and we worked with them in gaming a lot with their talents, etc., etc., and they're great friends and amazing people. So we just made OTK Game Expo. It was first stream from WePlay at Los Angeles, and if I'm not wrong, it was 300,000 CCV during the stream, and
Amazing.
kind of everyone like, oh, we play in Los Angeles. And we also had Kyle Friedman and James Banks, who is like, they was our talents for kind of mostly all of our tournaments. And they're like former esport gamers, talents, and from esport. So they became our like business development department. And Kyle made a lot for us. Shout out to Kyle. And yeah, we built this partnership. And after first event, we started developing deal with Enthusiast Gaming. It's another marketing agency that bring to us NFL Tuesday Night Gaming project. So actually, we can tell that second contract in the United States we signed with NFL and Enthusiast Gaming.
That's
And
pretty impressive. Yeah.
yeah, everyone joking, but I personally, and I think part maybe of the teams, we didn't know like what is even NFL. Are they big and how big are they? But like we just know how to execute. And through the years and understanding that like kinda in United States, I can't say no one cares about esports, but it's less esport than in the like Europe and the Asia, and more competitive gaming or entertainment gaming or like gaming shows. So we just shifted more back to the roots, back to the traditional TV, because like I want to tell that like we play team, it's kind of like the best minds, the best gems from the entire Ukraine and I think maybe Europe, and each of them that like kind of so talented guy with so huge experience in the traditional TV, theater, and cinema. And then when I started hunting them to the esport, it was new world for mostly all of them. And coming to United States, understanding, okay, kind of, we have to do now more traditional stuff again. Everyone that is like the team of the multi-tools. So actually we starting and we can execute anything you can imagine. Either movies, either concerts, either fashion, gaming, variety, whatever events, whatever show, whatever broadcast, we have the flexibility to execute. So that's kind of and became our strategy here.
Right. Yeah. It's remarkable always to me coming to visit the studios. I came to see that first one in Playa, and it was an incredible space. We'll share some pictures of what it was like. You now have one of those plus a few other spaces, but that original space was really, really cool. The way that you could adapt it and change it and take people into different worlds. It felt like you were in a game being in that studio. It was very, very immersive experience just being there in that studio.
It's actually why we started bringing to. We can come back and when I told about the language, yeah, and about the storytelling. So for some of the hardcore players, you understand what's going on your like monitor. You understand what's going on the screen. But someone who is just joined and who is just watching the game, they kind of don't understand. And we started to look in the ways how we tell this story properly, how we can combine the player with a champion, with the player, how we combine the world with the real world. And that's when we started working closely with Alex Gutantov, who is head of our virtual production. He was like pioneer of entire like augmented reality, virtual reality on the national Ukrainian TV. And I think he's one of the first who brings this technology to Ukraine at all. And we started developing this entire full AR virtual production department just to tell the story because I'm a huge believer that technology is cool, but technology is only a tool to tell the story and to tell it faster, better, more visually, more understandable. And that is why it's becoming kind of international language, but the story is first. So for us in gaming, it was very important. And because actually that we have to have this tool, now we have entire like virtual production possibility. We have LED volume and we have different type of the trackers and tracking and experience literally like 360 in each niche.
Yeah, it's remarkable what you guys have done in the new space as well. Alexei and yourself are been good friends for the last number of years since we met, and you came to CG Pro briefly to at that moment, I believe, when you were transitioning back towards broadcast and TV.
I can tell you that like it was really unexpected what we get on the CG Pro like trainings and course because when we were in Ukraine, all of the information you have to source, you have to find it's a pieces of sand that you can gather together by years of mistakes, by years of like, hey, this is not working, bugs, etc., etc. When you're coming to the CG Pro, you're like, hey, this is all information that is working. And we're like, holy, is it possible like this? You're just going to study in academy and everyone like showed you like, hey, this is how it's working. Because all of that information that we like tested, explored, it was, huge time frame, huge R&D, a lot of mistakes and development. And now you're coming here like, guys, hey, this is how it's working. So it was cool. So shout out to you and to entire like CG Pro team.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's essentially what we try and do is save people a lot of time and condense
For
everything.
Sure.
Give people the right information. But yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you guys then and getting to work with you guys over the years in bits at events and various things that you've done. Tell me about how the new space came about because you had this incredible space in Playa.
Yeah, it's usually crazy stories that we're we're always like to work under the pressure, I can say. It's like, it's kind of, adrenaline is some kind of drugs that, hey, we need to make project in 2 days, in 3 days, in 1 week. And everyone, no, again. But after we made it, yes, we made it. Let's find new one of this. So we like working in that way. We had this project with Diane Warren and Tina Karol. Diane Warren, she's like legendary composer. Tina Karol, one of the biggest Ukrainian artists for last 20 years. And Diane Warren gifted and wrote the song for the Ukrainian Independence Day and for her. And we have to make a video on the two continents at the same time, part in New York, part in Kiev. But then that was a lot of obstacles. It's like another crazy story that we already was able to go to New York to bring all of the stuff and all was allocated. But then we wasn't able to put piano in the State of Liberty Park. We found the barge that was ready to stand the hood zone in front of the State of Liberty. But then we found out that Diane Warren had laryngitis and she wasn't able to fly. And we have to film this on the LED volume. So we built New York. Alex's team built New York in 2 or 3 days. And it was Hurricane Hillary and it was earthquake in Malibu. There is like always crazy. At the end of the day, we filmed, we released on the national Ukrainian TV during the official celebration of Ukrainian Independence Day. And then through this and through the young, then we met with Rance Dobson. He's CEO of the 1500 or Nothing. He's like 28 nomination Grammy producer. He's like 4-time Grammy winner. He wrote for Sam Smith, Beyonce, Snoop. He's like unofficial chairman of culture in Los Angeles.
Right.
He worked with everyone. Like he has 14 billion streams and huge. He's like, I was really amazed how he has huge heart. He's so humble. He is so like human being. So, and we found like he's like brother from another mother, like we just found the language between us. He came to our facility and hey, can we do event in 3 days? And we thought, yeah, we can execute. And we started doing some event there. And then he brings to us Charisse Rhodes, who was the chief of staff of the mayor of Inglewood, James Budds. And then mayor came to us and they asked if you can make the video for him. And like, yeah, time frame was also something like 10 days or 14 days. And we kind of at the time didn't know anything about the city of Inglewood, about the mayor, about what he made. We learned fast, we learned story, we proposed some creative solution that was kind of controversial. Now we understand, and at that time we understand, hey, it will be cool if the mayor will rap, if the mayor will dance, if the mayor will like do this and that things. And he was crazy enough, Charisse was crazy enough, everyone was crazy enough to believe in this idea. So we just made this video. And I think it won kind of Savvy Awards in Las Vegas. Like it's like government awards, like on the federal level for the Inglewood. And then we already thought at that time how we can scale and add virtual production volume to our existing facility. And then we just figure out Rance and Mayor and everyone like, hey guys, come to Inglewood. Come to Inglewood, let's be here. And we understood that this is now like heart of sport, music, entertainment. We have LA Olympics, we have FIFA, we have NFL Super Bowl next year, and it's growing, it's becoming like, it's kind of the heart of entertainment industry now, for sure, and the heart of hip hop and music industry. And yeah, we just started building this facility. And on January 15th, we soft launched celebrating the 20 years of 1500 or Nothing. It's a Rance company. And we had 35 artists on stage. It was like Exhibit, Trinidad James, D-Smoke, Tina Karol from Ukraine. She came to perform from our side, kind of to represent Ukraine. And yeah, we started doing concerts. So it's like the way we saw how the industry moving and the way what we are trying to propose. I think it was naturally fit because we saw that studios operating more on the classic way as a sound stages, and we're trying to come, hey, we're not doing only movies, or hey, we're not on the sound stage, we're a multi-tool. Come here, whatever you want to do, we will able to deliver. So we're kind of like, I don't know, dream realizer or whatever you want to call. If you need event, we can do live broadcast, we can do movie, you can do commercial, easy. So, and it's became our kind of strategy. So, hey, we're turnkey solution for any needs.
It's an incredible space, and I'd love every time I get to come over there. There's always something new, something that you guys have built. You're incredibly innovative and very hardworking people. I think one of the things that impresses me the most is how you all work together and how you get through all these crazy obstacles that you've gone moving country. I've moved country from the UK to here, and that I thought that was a lot, but moving it in the middle of a war and having to set up a company and building all of these things, there's a lot of things to get through. And it's remarkable to me that you guys pull together and do things so quickly, but also in such an innovative way. I'm interested to know how you feel. What kind of qualities do you think that it takes to push through sort of seemingly difficult or impossible sometimes obstacles? What kinds of qualities does it take?
To be successful, or
Yeah, to even start, because some of the things that you've expressed, probably many people would say it can't be done.
I think there is like combination of different factors. First of all, there's two. Like first of like resources, gas and fuel to give your car to drive, and actually the car, the car to drive. So the point is that I'm always telling that the people who is part of WePlay, who was part of WePlay, who's still part of the WePlay, who is coming to WePlay and will come to WePlay, this is the best people, human being, and the best professionals that I have ever met, and I love them so much. And this is the people that you can blindly rely, close your eyes, and you will know that this part will be done. So if you can 100% rely on the person on their task, so you just need to put together all of the puzzles. If you can fully rely on like technical or engineering, you know that it will work. If you fully rely like on the creative team, on the like execution team, on the design, CG team, virtual production, if you can fully rely on the like partners, management, etc., that like you have all puzzles together and you just need to execute. So I think the most important it's like it's a team. It's like the person with whom you are working, and yeah, and if you can rely on them, so you can do anything.
What do you look mostly for in a person who's going to work with you in these kinds of environments? What kind of qualities do you think help somebody do what you're describing, which is to respond and execute and deliver?
Yeah, I think that for me personally, always there was like two layers. I know that some company value more like professional and then like soft skills and human being. For us, it was always first how you're a human being and how you're a person and how you are like what's your how it's called, what you value most in the like how you like see yourself and how you're doing actions. And the second one, it was professional skills. And somehow the good persons, the good people, they're also have amazing skills and they're very honest. And if they don't know how to do something, they will tell you, hey, I don't know, but I'm able to learn.
They'll probably find
Can
out. Yeah.
Yeah, can you support me if you know something? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to learn this fast. And this is a project that we are very, very like, because like all of the guys, like mostly all of the guys who came when we played just starting like building, didn't work or didn't know much about the esport. And all of them started learning esport from traditional TV, from traditional like movie industry. But then okay, now we can use our like core skills and adapt it to the esport. So that is the most important part. You have to be a good human, and you have to have either already top skills, either motivation to be the top of the top. So that's, I think, the most important, like to educate yourself.
Yeah, no, this music to my ears, because I asked you because I mean I think it's interesting to a lot of people, and something that gets missed often in many professions, that people focus a lot on the skills as opposed to the person. And I think you can teach somebody a skill in a day and they can start doing things immediately almost, whereas on the human side, soft skills side, professionalism side, it's something that you people can change and get better at that, but it's a lot harder to do that, and you can't do it to someone else.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, it's fascinating to hear the journey and the kinds of qualities and the things that enable you guys to do what you do, because it is honestly remarkable. And anyone who hasn't gone down to WePlay should go down and check it out, because it is. I've never seen anywhere like it. Honestly, tell us about some of the things that you guys have at the Inglewood site.
Well, we had crazy Grammy week. We had really crazy Grammy week this year. I think during the two events we had 65 artists on stage. So on the middle of January we had like birthday 1500 or nothing day. So it's official celebration. So LA County gave them their own day. It's 15th of January, and Rand's like creating this huge event for the community. And this year, no one expected, but we had Dr. Dre and Snoop performed in our facility, and they just came and make their biggest hits. And then Ty Dollar Sign and all of the community driven artists came here and just performed for the community. And we are really honored and proud that we are part of this, that we able to support this. So we are, it's, kind of, it's even hard to say how it's feeling, because you're kind of becoming a part of something that you never expected. And then we had another event, I think, a couple days before the Grammy. We had Jam Card, the Elmo, who is the founder of this, and it was a partnership between Jam Card and Amazon Prime and Amazon Music. And we started working closely with Gemcard team, with Amazon team, and we made live broadcast on the Amazon Prime of this event. And it was insane music event. So it was Ty Dollar Sign and friends, and so much different legends and professional was he, starting from the like Nathan Smith to like the drummer Terrence Martin, to the Black Eyed Peas, to the like Leon Thomas, Will.i.am, everyone kind of was here. And we really like that this is becoming some kind of cultural hub and creative space where everyone can come, feel cool, feel safe, feel like able to create whatever you want. So like, hey, we want to do podcast, we want to do sport, we want to do concert, and we're just sitting together and doing some cool stuff. And we just partnered with Global Gaming Link. We had one of the events with Howie Mandel, and like it's kind of in our DNA. When they came to us, they told, hey guys, did you make any of these sport events? We told, yeah, we made thousands of them. Actually, we started at this, and we kind of became home for them. And 9th of April, we are having final of the season 0, where Javi Mandel team will compete the Neo team. And yeah, that is like combination. That's actually, I think, the trend of the like entire industry. The different industry we started merging and synthesizing into something new. either it will be new way to consume the movies, either it will be new way to play the games, either it will be the new way to consume the music and listen to music. So I think that the industries that was kind of more splitted and separated, they're now continuously going into the into some quintessence of something. I don't know what it something will be, but I think we're on this way.
Well, you've set up just about the only space that I think I've seen that is capable of hosting that experiment, if you like. It is there's so many different things that you can do in there, and we hear a lot of talk of transmedia and the fact that the entertainment industry is seen theatrical declining, but they're really into immersive and experimenting with immersive experiences and trying to build those out more. And some things like the Sphere or the Meow Wolf, people being able to experience things and be in things, kind of backs up your theory. Can you tell us a little bit about the things that are in the space? I've seen them, but I'd love to hear again from you. I know there's multiple different stages. There is an amazing podcast kind of broadcast area and podcast suites. And tell us a little bit about the facilities.
Oh, for sure. We have LED volume stage, 60 feet wide and I think up to 20 feet height, 20 feet depth, if I'm not wrong. That is kind of one of a kind in the United States. It's technology from Ukraine. And I think it was first in the world certified by the Pantone from the skin tone. And it's true 26-bit color pipeline. So we can control even each diode. So we're using our LED panels, our processors, and we can do the same ghost frame. We're calling frame mixing. It can work to 40 Hz. It can do 120 Hz, whatever. Set extension, mixed reality, augmented reality, camera tracking, object tracking, camera agnostic, playout agnostic. Do you want these guys? Do you want Pixara? Do you want Resolume? Do you want whatever? We can deliver. Do you want object tracking? Do you want whatever tracking? Do you want Vicon? Do you want Rococo? Do you want Xsense? Whatever. We kind of have experience. So it's full virtual production working facility.
Unreal Engine and Chaos Arena as well.
Yeah. Driving plates, a simulated fix, whatever you want. Then we're waiting for the LED ceiling also, which will be 7 different parts that can work in the different angles for the driving plates, driving things, whatever. Then we can build the stage that is perfectly shaped to the screen. So it's for the conference, for the concerts. We have L-Acoustic L-Series that works, I think, on the last Eurovision. So full concert premium sound here. We have a bunch of cameras and full live broadcast infrastructure, 2 control rooms. So you don't need to set up anything. It's already wired and set up. As a second stage, it's more like shiny TV floor studio. You can make dating show, you can make gaming show, shiny floor, stand-ups, eSports, traditional presentations, conferences, whatever. We made so many different stuff there. And we just built it 2 additional smaller studios, one for the podcast and one more newsroom and sports room to create news, I think it can be successful, especially because of FIFA, because of Super Bowl, because of LA Olympics. Though I think that it can be successful in the next couple years. And it's all wired, it's all connected. So you kind of don't have any headaches. You're coming with your production and tell, hey, I want to just a cool product, and tell, okay, we'll handle it. So that's our philosophy.
Yeah, it's amazing. It was good. Hopefully, good timing for the Olympics and the amount of attention that's coming around that. I love the broadcast room, the news desk room. It was really, really cool. That was a new one compared to the last visit that I'd made to you guys.
As I told, we know how to execute actually, product, but we don't know much people actually in LA. because we came without like contacts, without contracts. We didn't spend time, I don't know, going to the university together, going to restaurants, playing golf together, etc., etc. So yeah, it's like kind of word of mouth. And yes, you told the LA Olympics. If someone from your viewers working for LA Olympics, call us. Let's figure
Yeah.
out something.
You should call those guys for sure. If anyone is listening and is interested in that, and you just sort of casually dropped in there a couple of things that are quite remarkable, and not just the extensive use cases that the place can deliver on, but some new tech like the actual panel. You even made your own LED panels that are capable of supporting greater color and depth than anything else on the market. And I think that's something that's quite undersung in terms of what you guys are doing.
Yeah, so it's our partners. It's True Performance guys. It's Alex, big friends, and because Alex started this so much time ago, so he was kind of like one of the first R&D persons in Ukraine, and he know a lot of like nerds who started like growing this industry overall. So as I told, self-educational and R&D, it's consistent process that you don't want to stop, because if you stop, someone will take your place, and like this is the end of the, I don't know, interest. Like if you're doing boring stuff each day, it's not cool. So we're just trying, even in each client's project, we're just trying to find, okay, what we can do something that no one did before, or with a way how to make solution for this task, or how to make something for that one. So there's always, I think, research process how we can be faster, better, and the way what tools can support us to tell the stories.
What did Snoop Dogg think of your space?
Oh, he's great. He's a great friend of us. I hope, I believe. And we love Snoop. We love his team. We filmed him, I think, already 4 times for different events. Short movie. I don't know if I can announce, but it will come. It will come. So we made really cool stuff with him and with his team. So yeah, they're great human being person. It's the first, and with a great energy, and he support Ukraine. He know Ukraine, he know Ukrainian sport very good, and he support us. So he is amazing, and I hope he and his team love the place, because they're coming to us and we're working together. And I can make conclusions that they feel comfortable working with us. We feel comfortable working with them, and like that's great.
They must have liked it if they keep coming back. Then what do they see coming into it for a musician, somebody of that kind of caliber? What kind of creative ideas or edge do they bring to it that maybe you guys hadn't thought of?
So usually the creative vision coming from them, and because this is something like that's their core things, the vision, how they want to deliver, how they want to speak, in what language they want to speak with their audience. And in that way, we're trying to leverage, to support, and to enhance as much as we can their vision. And this are kind of our standard pipeline, because we can't know everyone, we can't know the style of each like director or each musician, but we're trying to learn, we're trying to understand, we're trying to find this like the way and the angle, in which angle he is like trying to showcase his personality or his product or his project. And then we are pushing hard to make it happen, and then to how like to over deliver. I mean, like to make it as best as we can.
I got to ask this question because every single podcast or anything video on the internet seems to contain this these days. But how are you guys seeing the AI, and particularly generative AI, start to influence or shape this space?
I think this is the. I think this is definitely. Um, transformative times for different industries, for sure. Maybe even we can compare that when you start using cars instead of using like horses or whatever. Maybe it will be in that way. But I will still came back to the fundamentals that we started discussing at the beginning, that no matter what, it was like 1,000 year ago or now, people want to hear, listen, see the stories and how it will be done by AI, by director, by whatever. They kind of will not care. Either they love the story, either they follow, or they don't like and they're not following, they're not interesting. So we're just like, I tell like we are like directors, producers, whatever. We are just sellers of the emotions, and by what tool or what instrument we want to sell these emotions or they will achieve this emotion, I think like no one care. So for me, AI, it's a huge tool that can speed up pipeline. They can support from the pre-production, they can support on the production. It's a just cool tool. Or even like if someone sitting like and have only PC and can generate a movie, and this movie will have attention from the audience, like who cares? For me, who cares? Is it AI did or not AI?
But you guys, I'm sure, are tinkering with it because you're curious people that are trying to find the edge all the time. How are you experimenting with it?
Well, there are a lot of experiments, and we have another Ukrainians and like the company. I don't know if you heard about Hicksfield,
Yeah.
Hicksfield AI. So
Yep.
there are co-founders, and one of the co-founders is Ukrainian as well. They worked previously on the Gen AI in Snapchat. So it's kind of CIS Ukrainian teams that developed this solution, and we have partnership with them. So this is a kind of huge interest in the like Gen AI video, definitely. And we all saw what's going on, what's the hype going on with Claude and with OpenClaw. And you can make a website in the like 20 minutes, in the 30 minutes, you can make application. Who believed this?
Not me. That was my first career building websites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane what you can do now. Even the same with the cars. I'm not trying to advertise, and I'm like all my life I'm driving Porsches, but I just tested the full self drive by Tesla, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like before iPhone and after iPhone, something like this. I'm feeling, So all of these AI tools in all industries will definitely affect our life. And I think that is amazing time when you can be part of this transformation. And yeah, that's it. And so many AI, not only in creative industry, in medicine, in just regular thing, so many AI tools on the military industry, which is significantly reduces the death and what's going on. So yeah, I think this is definitely next 3, 5, 10 years. It will be fully transformative and world will change significantly.
Any advice for anybody who's young, emerging into this kind of world?
I think that the most important part for this type of the world now, it's don't have kind of dogmas, don't have like tunnel vision, and to be as flexible, as agile, as soft skilled as you can, because everything changing each day, each hour. So you have to consume what's going on, you have to analyze what's going on, you have to make action understanding what's going on. And I think the most important maybe skill will be flexibility and how fast you can learn and adjust And then when kind of we will have this kind of pullback or stop of the like this crazy now, it's like I don't know what, like this is full transformative, like entire industry is changing. So and when it will be done, someone who was most flexible will be kind of on top.
That's great advice. And I think the world has a lot to learn from you and your team, because you've proved how flexible and agile you guys can be under intense pressure. And I think you probably were like that anyway, just by the nature of all of the team that I've met. You know, you're very, very driven, very caring, very curious people. And it's always a pleasure getting to spend time with you. Thank you for spending time with us today. Is there anything before we wrap up that you want to share with the audience? Any places they can find you or follow you, or what would you like to share?
Follow WePlay Studios Instagram. WeP Max Smart, it's my personal Instagram. Thank you so much for having me here, for inviting me. It's always great to speak with you. And I think that what you are doing, it's really important, and it's have to be done. And you're doing really great things. And if we can support, you always know we're happy to support as much as we can. And yeah, for audience, be flexible, always learn something new, and just be good people.
Be a good human. That's a good
Yeah,
place to land. Well, thank you so much for spending the time with us today. It's always a pleasure. I'm looking forward to the next visit. And yeah, thanks to our audience for being here today as well.
cool. Thank you so much.
You bet. We'll see you all again in a couple of weeks. And if you want to come to our next free AI for Filmmakers webinar, so on the 24th at 12:30 p.m. Take care, everybody. Go out there, follow Max's advice, do something that challenges you a little bit every day, learn something new, be flexible, and make cool stuff for the world. Add to the good. Thank you all. We'll see you all again soon.